Welcome back, X. Hey, X. Kudos! Another driver sent you a little... thumbs up.
From here, we will reach El Arco just as the sun sets, if you believe the story.
Over the festival network. You use social media, right? Well, this is like that, but way cooler. Have arrived at your destination.
Okay, we'll check out El Arco de Cabo San Lucas and see if it matches the book. Let's get there fast.
You've read my mind.
the beach. What the book says are, we found the statue by the ark looking out across the Pacific in the warm light of the setting sun. I don't see it. Huh. Well, let's get some lunch and try back later in the day. Oh, I told you that was the best place to eat around here. Was I wrong? Aye. Okay, we need to get going. Can you get us to the beach before the sun sets?
You mean outrun the sun? Yep, I think I can do that. Even with the extra helping of tres leches.
There it is, right in the sun where the book said. Grab a picture of it.
Right, that is freaking me out. It's right there. How did we miss it?
The shadows were really deep just here earlier. Maybe we just didn't see it? But now I really want to see if we can find any more of these mysterious statues. Hola, amigo. I've been reading the diary over and over. I think late. Sydney's expedition came inland, but no sé, it's hard to find the evidence.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, mira, escucha. Listen to this. El pueblo de Mulegé, un oasis tranquilo. If she made it to Mulegé, the expedition must have traveled upriver. I still can't believe this. I used to take the book to mi escuela and my teachers told me Lady Wolverstone's adventures were as fictional as Pedro Páramo or Sherlock Holmes.
So she never got any credit?
Never asked for any. She said she was writing stories for her grandchildren. But if they're true, her story deserves to be told. And you and I can prove it. Vamos, Tumulehe, let's go. We can start in the center of town and move outwards. I still can't believe this. I used to take the book to mi escuela and my teachers told me Lady Wolverstone's adventures were as fictional as Pedro Páramo or Sherlock Holmes.
So she never got any credit?
Never asked for any. She said she was writing stories for her grandchildren. But if they're true, her story deserves to be told. And you and I can prove it. Vamos, Tumulehe, let's go. We can start in the center of town and move outwards. Wow, there it is. Lady Sydney writes that a local bruja, a wise woman, said the statues were only visible on certain days in the rain because they are statues of Tlaloc.
I still think it's the trees hiding it. But call me when you work out the next location, okay?
Hola, amigo. Haley called to ask about the promo shots, but when I told her about the diary, she said they could wait. Come pick me up. We need to go to Agua Azul.
I'll be right over.
400 meters. Turn left. Calculating route. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Uh-huh. Ready to head for Agua Azul? Eso bien. We might get a little wet.
I'll keep the windows closed.
Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. The cool waters of Agua Azul quenched our thirst and inspired our hearts. In the heart of the blue water is where we found them.
Them? Are we looking for more than one statue, maybe? And in the heart of the blue water? What does that mean, Alan?
Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. The cool waters of Agua Azul quenched our thirst and inspired our hearts. In the heart of... Okay, a ver. Okay, let me translate this part. The cool waters of Agua Azul quenched our thirst and inspired our hearts. In the heart of the blue water is where we found them.
Them? Are we looking for more than one statue, maybe? And in the heart of the blue water? What does that mean, Alan?
No, but so the question is, why was the diary of Lady Sydney Wolverstone published as fiction? She was really here. She really had aventuras all over Mexico.
Maybe she didn't want to be famous.
Or maybe she didn't think anybody would believe her. Muy bien. Keep heading west. Muy bien, ahí estás. We'll turn off the road near the waterfalls. Oh, the pictures are good. And you know, having pictures means no one can doubt us if we can find the statues again.
Oy, oy, oy. This is big. I have our next lead. Meet me as soon as you can. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. In 400 meters, turn right. In 100 meters, turn right. In 100 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. You have arrived at your destination.
I found more of Lady Sydney's papers, original drafts of El Camino. She made pencil sketches of formations that I recognize in the Valle de las Ranas, and she sketched one of the statues.
Lead the way.
Okay, so, they are fantastic creatures carved in rock. And she found the statue early one morning, and get this, it was after a rainstorm.
And this is another statue of Tlaloc. That is interesting. Let's see if we can find it.
El Valle is east of Guanajuato. Mira, let's go. Valle de las Ranas means Valley of the Frogs, though I always thought the stones looked more like fantastical creatures. And Lady Sydney did too. She got sketches in her book. Imagínatelo, imagine it. Explorers like Lady Sydney came all this way with nothing but ganas y un gran amor for the wilds of Mexico.
She sounds like someone I know.
Yes, yo? I shoot cars for the festival. You do all the work. And my ride is a lot faster than her wagons, no?
We have slightly more than 1 horsepower.
Bueno, I suppose reading El Diario is one of the reasons I became una fotógrafa. I wanted to capture the same belleza she did. Today, the Valle de las Ranas is one of the most visited natural wonders in Mexico. Lady Sydney definitely knew a marvel when she saw one.
But the guidebooks don't say anything about a Tlaloc statue here.
I have it! No, perdón, no hay tiempo para explicar. Just come and meet me.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. 400 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Calculated route. In 400 meters, turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Mira, I cross-referenced the final pages of the book with all the other papers I could find, and it's Ekbalam. It has to be. Lady Sydney Wolverstone's expedition headed south to Ekbalam. Ekbalam was only properly studied in the 90s, but we know very little about it, actually. In fact, researchers are divided on exactly how much of what we know about the Toltecs is historical and how much is Aztec legend.
So why are we going to Ekbalam and not Tula?
Wolverstone's book doesn't call it Ekbalam, of course, but she describes a large group of buildings, perhaps 20 or more, and a large oval palace. And listen to this. 3 large statues of the sort I have found in other places.
3? I'm pretty sure I only saw 2.
No, that's not all. She also wrote, the 3rd largest of them in the same stone I have come to recognize lay to the south of the complex, only barely visible in the driving rain.
Well, let's get there before the rain stops then. It's been fun, though I do feel like there should have been treasure at the end of it.
Bueno, maybe.
The treasure was the friends we made along the way.
You said that, not me.
So that's that.
There's one more thing. According to the book, Wolverstone took a jade statue from the site, but lost it in the flash flood. I'll try and work out where that was. I'll call you as soon as I know.
Now I'm intrigued. Call me, yeah?
Turn around.
Ay, ay, ay. Hi there, Hall of Famer, eh? Woo! No time to explain. Vente ya. Come, meet me.
Thanks, Carmen. Is this about the book?
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. Horizon Arcade will begin shortly. Good luck. In 200 meters, turn right. At the roundabout, take the second exit. Recalculating route. In 400 meters, turn left. In 200 meters, turn left, turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. In 200 meters, turn right, turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
All right, let's get going. The sun's setting, but we have enough time to get there along the beach. I'm excited. Do you think we'll find it?
To be honest, I don't know. But I'm getting the sense that there's more to Mexico than meets the eye.
Did you know Sydney Wolverstone was also a, ay, ¿cómo se dice? What's the word? Botanista? A botanist, a natural historian, and a pretty decent artista. You want to talk about las maravillas de Mexico? Just read about her life. marked several sites where Sydney Wolverstone found statues. She believed they weren't Aztec, though, which is interesting because they look Toltec to me. But even that isn't really clear. We know so little about the Toltecs, about the whole pre-conquest era, in fact. There are so many undiscovered sites, so much forgotten history in Mexico, so many things we don't know about the people who've lived here for thousands of years. Interesting. The design doesn't seem entirely Aztec, but it does remind me of Tlaloc, the rain god. This is amazing. I'll work out where the next one should be and give you a call.
Where does the trail lead from here?
South and inland. I'm sure of it. I'll be in touch. There it is! Right in the sun where the book said. Grab a picture of it.
I hear Toro Loco has another bout coming up. Against an Autodor this time.
I mean, Toro Loco is definitely looking forward to it.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
This dirty fighter Toro Loco is one cold-blooded rudo! Damas y caballeros, in the next bout, I present the worthy opponent for Toro Loco! The bell rings! The two Autodores are in the ring! Technicals strictly follow the road. Rudos look for a faster way. These corners will eat a clumsy luchador alive. The field of combat is the Baja Circuit. How will the professionals ride today? Oh, this bridge is no match for these campeones del ring! Caballeros are fleeing the ring! Sweet! This combatant is feeling salty! Magnifico! What a jump! Behold, these living desert caminos are a treasure. Oh, those pallets won't slow these wrestlers! Closing on the finish, who will be tonight's winner? Triunfador, campeón, Toro Loco is victorious! El Gran Final, what a match! But if you think that was huge, just wait!
Ay, 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 ay. ¡Híjole!
Calm down, Ramiro. What's...
Want to make friends at Horizon Mexico? Join a club or start one.
What's up?
El Forzudo has called you. Has called Toro Loco out.
El Forzudo? The nemesis of El Campeón, right?
Sí, híjole, it's going to be incredible.
I'll make sure Toro Loco is there!
In 200 meters, turn right. In 100 meters, turn right. Recalculating route. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 400 meters, turn sharp left. sharp left. You have arrived at your destination.
Damas y caballeros, it's time for the battle of the century. El Forzudo versus Toro Loco. No cage can hold them! Fanáticos de lucha, the match begins. It's a no-holds-barred race to the finish. Entran los autodores, here they come. What a massive battle! The lucha is on! Oh, the combatants are leaving the arena! El Forzudo and El Campeón first met in a hard-fought tag team race. They were allies and defeated every challenger. In a final match, El Forzudo failed to tag El Campeón in time, and they lost the championship belt. El Campeón left the team. Toro Loco's fighting style is muy rudo, like El Forzudo. Whoa! Only a brave luchador would attempt a shortcut here. Shortcut to glory! ¡Ho, ho! ¡Una gran victoria for Toro Loco! El Forzudo taking on Toro Loco is a bold move, a challenge to the master. What is happening?
This match could not be more thrilling, but it is! Toro Loco must choose! Will it be El Forzudo or El Campeón?
Ay, ay, ay. Hi there, Hall of Famer, eh? Woo! No time to explain. Vente ya. Come, meet me.
Thanks, Carmen. Is this about the book?
In 400 meters, turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Ah, there you are. So I worked it out. Remember that flash flood? She was near an abandoned church along a river. And that has to be the Temple of Quechula. Ándale, vámonos. Drive. Claro. Head for the temple at Quechula. Lady Sydney has one more marvel to show us, and you're gonna show me how a Hall of Famer drives, no?
Wasn't the temple at Cthulhu flooded? I didn't bring my snorkel.
Qué chistoso. Quechula is located on a floodplain, but after a long dry season,
The te- temple is accessible. I take it back. Let's go.
coming up on the church. Oye, qué rápido! This church is 500 years old. It was built in the hopes that it would become the center of an important city, but never did. In 1966, the dam was built. And the whole area flooded. This is amazing. Like a final chapter of the book I never got to read as a girl. I hate to say it, but it feels like this belongs in a museum.
I agree. But you know, it won't be visible unless you go see it at exactly the right time.
You don't believe that, right?
Uy, looks to be in muy mala condición. Think I can get it working? That was a trick question. I can get anything working. I can't wait to take these down to the garage. I'll call you when I'm done.
Turn.
El Campeón is waiting for Toro Loco at the west entrance to the stadium!
Turn around when it is safe to do so. You have arrived at your destination.
Toro Loco will take on El Forzudo and defend the master, El Campeón! It's begun! They've broken out of the cage! Ha! Ivan, who will be victorious, Maestro or student? Ah, the stadium is alive tonight! Who will emerge from the tunnel? Un drift fantástico by Toro Loco! The skills of Toro Loco are on full display, mi gente! ¡Qué maestría! The competitors are halfway through the route. You can almost hear the giant wheels of the monster ghost. The competitors are approaching the finish line. Toro Loco and El Campeón have bravely defeated all in the tradition of the greatest champions of the ring. Toro Loco and El Campeón are the pride and true embodiment of the technical tradition and deserve all the glory and honor.
Híjole, I thought we'd seen it all.
Hey. What is it, Ramiro?
No, es el monstruo fantasma. The monster ghost has returned.
El what now?
I'll send you a link. This is a classic storyline. Look, just come to Guanajuato. Pronto.
In 200 meters, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right. Recalculating route. At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Increíble! The world of lucha is shocked! Toro Loco has turned rudo and is now on El Forzudo's side against El Campeón! I cannot believe my eyes! Begin! Smash the cage! Go! Who will seize the victory by finishing the round first? And the crowd cannot wait! The conflict moves to the freeway! Ha! El Forzudo refuses to acknowledge Toro Loco as his equal! Shocking development! And the audience demands a Rudos versus Rudos match! La Batalla del Rudos must have some magnificent shortcuts! Los conductores are halfway through the route. The Autodores are 3/4 of the way through the course. You can almost hear the giant wheels of the monster ghost. The drivers are approaching the finish line. Traidor! The betrayer El Forzudo has been defeated. Toro Loco is a real fighter, an equal among El Forzudo and El Campeón.
Híjole, I thought we'd seen it all.
Hey. What is it, Ramiro?
No, es el monstruo fantasma. The monster ghost has returned.
El what now?
I'll send you a link. This is a classic storyline. Look, just come to Guanajuato. Pronto.
In 200 meters, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right. In 100 meters, turn left. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
El horrible monster ghost is back from decades in exile after an epic defeat by El Campeón and El Forzudo. They cannot face their ancient enemy alone. They need an ally. And that ally has stepped up. It's the courageous Toro Loco! From the depths of the underworld, it is the fearsome monster ghost. The monster ghost plotted his revenge against his old rivals, El Campeón and El Forzudo. One luchador alone cannot stand against the monster ghost. Here comes El Campeón to help defend Toro Loco. The shortcut is sneaking up on you. Equally, Toro Loco does not hesitate to take it. That move will take them closer to glorious victory. This powerful pair cannot defeat the fearsome monster ghost. Wait, El Forzudo has arrived to join the battle. The tunnels have become the ultimate lucha ring. Who will be victorious first? Sharp corner coming up. Will every fighter make it? Only the triple alliance of El Campeón, El Forzudo, and Toro Loco can defeat this beast on wheels. Ho-ho! The Triple Alliance has defeated the Monster Ghost! When luchadores work together, they can drive away a terror like the Monster Ghost. I cannot wait to see what bouts of lucha de carreteras await us in the future.